Dear student, today we will start the electric field intensity on equatorial line of a dipole. The equatorial line passing through the center of the dipole and perpendicular to the length of the dipole. We assume that an ideal dipole having the two pole plus q and minus q and separated by a distance 2a. Then on equatorial line we assume a point on which we have to find the electric field intensity. Let this point be P, which distance from the center of the dipole is R. After that, we join the both pole with point P. Then the two right angle triangle is formed. Due to plus Q charge, the direction of electric field intensity along the line joining the plus Q charge and the point P in the outward direction. And the direction of electric field intensity due to the minus Q charge is along the line joining the minus Q charge and the point P in the direction of inward. That means from point P to pole minus Q. After that, when we write the electric field intensity due to the dipole, then first we write due to the one pole, whether it is positive or negative. If we writing the electric field intensity due to the plus Q charge at point P, first we have to find the distance between them. Then using Pythagoras theorem, we know that hypotenuse square equal to base square plus perpendicular square. Here the separation between the point on which we have to calculate the electric field intensity, the distance is unknown, and this distance is hypotenuse in a right angle triangle. So this distance or h square equal to base square plus perpendicular square. Here the value of base is a because length of the dipole is 2a. So the equatorial line passing through the center of the dipole, therefore B equal to A, and we assume the distance of the point P from the center of the dipole is r. Therefore, h square equal to r square plus a square. Similarly, for the minus q pole of the dipole, the separation distance between the point P and the minus q charge is same, because the equatorial line passing through the center of the dipole. Now we write the expression for the intensity due to positive charge q. Let it is E1, then E1 equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r square plus a square. Similarly, electric field intensity due to minus q charge at point P is E2, then E2 equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r square plus a square. Now, resolving the E1 and E2 into two rectangular components. First component E1 sin theta along the line, along the equatorial line, and E1 cos theta parallel to the dipole. Similarly, we resolve the E2 in two rectangular components. E2 sin theta along the equatorial line in a downward direction, and E2 cos theta along the parallel to the electric dipole. Since E1 sin theta and E2 sin theta both are in opposite direction, that is E1 sin theta along the equatorial line but in upward direction, and E2 sin theta along the equatorial line but in downward direction. Both are in opposite direction, so it is cancel out. But you can ask the question that how E1 sin theta and E2 sin theta is cancel out. Here E1 equal to E2. Why? Because both pole exert intensity at point P is equal, because magnitude of the both pole is same and the distance from the both pole to the point P is same. So E1 equal to E2. So E1 sin theta and E2 sin theta due to the opposite direction, it is cancel out, but E1 cos theta and E2 cos theta both are in the same direction and parallel to the electric dipole, so the resultant intensity E is equal to sum of E1 cos theta plus E2 cos theta, or we can write E equal to 2E1 cos theta, or you can also write E equal to E2 2E2 cos theta, because E1 equal to E2. Now we put the value of E1. Therefore, resultant intensity E is equal to 2 into 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R square plus A square into cos theta. Now, again we find the value of cos theta. We took any one of the triangle. There are two right angle triangle. You can took any right angle triangle and find the value of cos theta. We know that the cos theta is the ratio of B by H, that means base by hypotenuse, and here B is equal to A and hypotenuse H equal to R square plus A square to the power 1 by 2. This value can be also found by using Pythagoras theorem. Therefore, cos theta equal to A by R square plus A square to the whole power 1 by 2. Putting this value of cos theta in our equation, we got Q into 2A by 4 pi epsilon naught into 1 by R square plus X square into A by R square plus A square to the whole power 1 by 2. Now, simplifying it, Q into 2A by 4 pi epsilon naught into R square plus A square to the power 3 by 2. Since before this our equation is Q into 2A by 4 pi epsilon naught into 1 by R square plus A square into A by R square plus A square to the power 1 by 2. When we multiply R square plus A square into R square plus A square to the power 1 by 2. Here both term having the same base, so the power is added up, and this equal to x square plus A square to the power 3 by 2. And also we know that Q into 2A, it is the dipole moment. So in place of Q into 2A, we can write P. Therefore, our final equation will be E equal to P by 4 pi epsilon naught R square plus A square to the whole power 3 by 2. It is our final equation for the electric field intensity due to dipole on its equatorial line at a point P, which lie at a distance r from the center of the dipole. Now, we consider the special case. Again, in the previous derivation on the axial line, we are consider if the 2A, that means length of the dipole, is much lesser than R, then the higher power of the A in our equation can be neglected. Therefore, using these rules, E is equal to P by 4 pi epsilon naught RQ. Now, in this way, we see both how much electric field intensity is produced in case of the axial and in case of the equatorial line. This is used in the next topic when we find the electric field intensity due to a dipole at any point. So all of you remember the result of or the intensity of axial and equatorial line both. It's all for